Morning, my loves. How are you? Nice to see you on a Thursday. But you thought I'd forgotten, didn't you? 2 minutes late. I do apologise. I hadn't forgotten. I'll let you know a secret. I was reading the live chat. And then I suddenly looked at the time and went, oh my God, I'm a bit late. How are we? Are we all well? Anne-Marie, hello, my love. Cynthia, my love. Valerie, hello, my love. Sue, Michelle, Deborah, Lauren P, Annalena, Sammy J, AJ BB, Roy and Barbs, Laura, Guten Tag, Maddie, Anna, Dorothy, Elizabeth, Sean. I'm well, thank you very much. Victoria, morning, my love. Debs, how are we all? Lee, lovely Lee from Arizona. How are we, my loves? Julian, no, don't know why. I always have to do it. I feel obliged. Norma, hello, my love. Pascal, bonjour. Tracy, morning, my love. So, done. Right, okay, good. Jive. Now we're doing some jive. Now I'm going to go gentle because it's roasting. Hottest day of the year, we're doing jive. Lunatic. So, but what I thought I'd do is, because in jive, you get a lot of side-by-side stuff. All these kicks. And we'll just do a little kick variation. But what I want to show you how to do is to get from the side-by-side position into facing position. So there's a transition. Now, you'll have to do what we call a foot change because we're both on the same foot. And then we have to get onto opposite feet. So there's going to have to be a foot change. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to take it from side by side into facing position. So, for example, if we were going to do jive, we might decide to start with something that begins side by side, which is often the case. So let's take a little variation. It's going to be a variation on the theme of kickball changes, which we've sort of done, and if it's your first time, welcome. Maybe you can go back and have a look at some of the old videos and see some of the bits that we've done, but we'll go over a little kickball change section, side by side, so we'll be on the same foot, and then we're going to do the transition into a facing position. We'll add a variation that we've done in the past onto it there, but the most important part is really just getting us into one position to the other. That's the bit we're going to look at today. So, and also if there's any questions about anything, fire them away. So here we go. Just do this variation. We're going to go kick, kick, step, ball change, kick, kick, step, ball change. For some reason, whenever I do things like this, I always want to pull my trousers up slightly. So I end up doing like this. Step, 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 kick, ball change. Now that's that. Should we do it one more time? We might have done this before, but we'll do it again. So we go kick. So we're going to kick across ourselves. Across to the side, step, ball change, across to the side, step, ball change. Now that's all done on my toes. Don't put the heels down because I want the weight to stay forward. So watch me from the side. Step, step, kick, ball change, step, step, kick, ball change. If you wanted to lower the heel onto a flat foot at the end, you're more than welcome. You can. But the whole thing's going to be done with a bit of bounce anyway. So you should go step, step, kick, ball change, and step, step, kick, ball change. So it's all got a bit of bounce. We're not going to do that too much today. To bleed not. So we're going to go and step, step, kick, ball change, step, step, kick, ball change. Kick, 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 5, 6, 7, and 8. You can have something like that on the end. But be that. Little ball change at the end. So basically we're going to finish with our right foot available. So if we just do that. So do it again. A 1, a 2, a step, ball change, 1, 2, step, ball change. Repeat, 2, step, ball change, ba, ba, di, ga, da. Right foot available. Are you with me so far? Let's have a look. Lunatic, absolutely right. Guten Morgen, Frankie. How are you, Frankie and Sabine? With balance forward and lower, it seems difficult to jump jive, but it gives me more control over the kick. Katie, morning, my love. We wouldn't want to remove the tie. Problem is, if I move my tie, my head falls off. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. I can't. It's just the way it just literally drops off. So I have to keep the tie on, unfortunately. Mishka, hello, my love. I'm just trying to work out what you're talking about there, Frankie. With balance forward and lower, it seems difficult to jump. Don't lower. Only lower right at the very end. So I can do the whole thing I'm going to do it this way so you can see my heel on the floor. 1, 2, step, ball change. 1, 2, step, ball change. So the last one would lower. The rest of it's on the balls of my feet and up. I mean, it's quite an up dance jive. It's not like a low ya, di, and it's just swinging. Swing, da, di, da. So if you're doing some sort of, Lee would understand all this, West Coast swing or something like that, which is a really sort of much lower. I mean, it's the same, similar sort of dance, really. A lot of the elements are the same, the three-step chassis and one thing and another. But the sort of feel of it is a bit more swingy. But again, that even gets a bit bright because, you know, that's just the way things happen. We take and we take, don't we? And then it all, you know. So the jive is a much higher jive. That's what we talk about in jive, certainly with the kicks. Especially in the kicks, on Strictly Come Dancing, they talk about retraction. It's like the only word they know in jive. They talk about nothing else in jive. Retraction, which means when we kick, we don't finish a kick. We don't go kick, kick, kick. We don't finish it out, down. We finish it up. So we go ba, ya, ba, yum, adi, da, da. So the thing comes back almost immediately, and it gives it a much lighter feel. It's also, well, if you do that well, then it's easier to get off ya, a da, a ya, ba da, a ya, di da, di, ga da. So much brighter. Get off the heels a bit more there, Frankie. So try that, my love. I'm late for a very important jive date. A dance, you're okay, don't you worry. Did this step enough, and that's your do this step enough, and it's cardio, but you're absolutely right, Lee. Short spin for jive. Jill Pilgrim, my first dance session. Well, Jill, welcome. Welcome from everyone. They're a wonderful bunch. You're going to love it. We're doing jive. You picked a day to come. Been doing all the fitness ones offline though. Well, if you can join us for that as well online, that's terrific as well. With that retraction, it going okay with the jump. There you go, Frankie. The retraction is everything. Jeb's too hot outside. Right. Too hot outside. Roasting outside. It's a day to be inside. So once you've done that variation, step, step, da, be da, step, step, kick or change. For the girls, your right foot available, you're going to do chassis, chassis. So you do turning. So you do chassis on the right, chassis to the left. And then you're ready to go back step on your right foot. For the boys, you've got the foot change on this moment here. So you go chassis with the lady. She chassis away from you. You chassis there, and then you do 2 steps. Step, step. Now your left foot is available. So those 2 steps are 1 step short, which is your foot change. It's easier when you're doing a foot change to do 1 less than 1 more, for obvious reasons. So the girl just continues with the rhythm, and you do a little foot change across the rhythm. So you go a ya da da di da, a back rock chest say and. For girls, she goes ra ra a yum pa pom a 2 a da a di da da a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 back step ya pa pa ya pa pa, whatever you want to do. So we'll add a variation onto that, but let's put an American spin on the end of that. Why not? That we're not doing enough. So we go a step, step, kick, we'll change, di, da, step, we'll change, ladies. Chassez 1 way, chassez 2 way, back, rock, chassez towards your partner, turn, chassez out, back, step. So the boys, you're going to go kick, kick, rap, but exactly the same as the girls, and ya, di, da, chassez and step, step, back, rock, chassez there, catch her there. So for the boys, after you've done your foot change, you're just going to go a back rock with the left foot. You do a chassé to the left, chassé to the right, and a back rock with the left foot. Ladies, you're going to do chassé to the right, chassé to the left, back rock, American spin. So you chassé in. On the last step of this chassé, you do a spin, chassé out, and then you're ready to go back rock on the left foot again. So, laces are undone. So as you see, you're in a position, once you've done the coming out bit of the kicks and pull changes, you're in a position now with your right foot available, you essentially can do anything. So boys, anything we've ever done, it can be just a basic thing, under the arm, chassé and back step, easy as pie. So that there is your transition from side by side position to facing position. I think what it was called for a second. So there is that. That's a big part of jive. Are the 2 steps foot change on the ball flat? Well, yes. Frankie, I mean the jive goes da step step. I sort of do them on my balls really. To be honest with you, I try to not lower my heels in jive, if I can help it. Rarely do I lower my heels in jive. If I get flat in jive, it's quite difficult to get going again. For example, the technique suggests you go back, rock, chassé and down, chassé and down, chassé and. It's good to push off from a flat foot, but ya da di, ya da da. But really, you don't really even need to lower the heel there. You just go ra da di, ya da da, yum ba bum. Because I am slightly swinging, but I'm also ya di da, ya di da, ya di da. So I'm really working this action in jive as well. So it's not important that you lower. I rarely think about lowering. Unless I'm going a yum ba, standing still. A yum ba ba, a yum ba ba. I mean, something like a drunken sailor, which we did last time, I think. Step, ball flat, and step, ball flat. You would do that because that's sort of a down step. So anytime you're doing sort of a down step, you would lower, but otherwise you'd stay up. Marion, bonjour, happy birthday. She is a 21. Marion, we are all 21. We hope you have a lovely day, Marion. We should know and baked you a cake. Pamela, how are you, my love? If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. Valerie, got problems with balance? In general, or on the kick pull change? It is Joyeux anniversaire. Yeah, Marion, I think I messed that up. Your weight's probably too far back if you've got trauma balance. So you've just got to go here. Kick, kick. Ba, ba. Here, it'll be here. If you're here, you're going to be out of balance. So have a check of that. So let's go over that one more time, shall we? So this is the little kicks and ball change step. So we go kick across, kick to the side, step, ball change, kick across, kick to the side, step, ball change. That whole thing is done underneath me. Although I step, ball change, it's done underneath me. Now I've got my right foot available. For the lady, I do chassé, chassé, chassé to the right, chassé to the left, back, rock. And for the boys, again, I've got my right foot available because we're doing the same step on the same foot. I just go chassé to the right and walk, walk. Now my left foot available to back, rock. With the jive, it's really important not to move too much. What does that even mean? In regards to sort of back rocks or ball changes or any of that sort of thing, where you've got steps underneath you. So chassé, chassé and a chassé. You can move as much as you want with those. But things like ball changes and back rocks. So when I do a back rock, what I'm not doing is this. So I don't transfer back. Although my feet transfer, my body stays almost stationary. And I do it through a sort of a rotation here and here. So the bottom part rotates and here. But I'm quite still in the top. 1 and 2 and a ya da da. I can get much more speed in it then. And I'm much better with the balance. Things like the kick, step, step, check. If I go from the side, you can see my weight doesn't go step, step, chap, ba da, step, step, ya, ba da, ya, da da, da da, da da, da da, da da. So I'm really quite just there, and everything's flapping about underneath. Really, that's a technical expression, of course. And that gives me speed, balance, and quicker weight transferences as well, which is important in jive. Because it's very difficult to change from one direction to the other if you're shifting too much. I Lauren P, because he knows that you're online doing the dance class. That's why. Robert White, hello Robert. American spin questione. It looks like it's very easy for the man to push the lady off balance. You are absolutely right, Robert. It's the easiest thing in the world to try to help the lady get round and do the completely opposite. You just knock her off balance. So the lady is doing the American spin, the spin part, on one foot. She stands on the right foot, she does the spin, and then she moves off it with steps. So she's not doing a turn across steps. So it's not travelling. It's completely stationary. So your role, Robert, is to brace, and she presses from you. You can give her a little bit of urcha, but you can't give it the full bifter, because she won't want that. You'll knock her off balance. She doesn't probably need it. She just needs a little bit of ya da da, push ya da da, and she knows how much force she requires because she's doing it. So she'll take that force from you. So you just got to brace yourself. So I go a step back, ra da da, and as I step onto my left foot here. So I go back, rock, chasse there. She's stepping onto her right foot, and at the moment she steps onto her right foot, she spins. So she goes back, rock, sha, there, ra, di, da. So at the moment I step on that left foot here, I'm just bah, ya, ba, da. And that's all you need. You don't need any of that. This, disaster, as our friend would say. So that's all you got. So girls, if you get pushed off balance, tell them. I have a question, Victoria. No, you have a question. I don't have a question. You have a question. Please, can you go over the kick ball change step slowly again, please? Well, that's more of a request than a question. And yes, I can. It goes like this. Same for both boys and girls. So I go kick across, kick out to the side, and then I go step, ball, change. See that? Kick, kick, step, ball, change. Kick, kick, step, ball, change. Kick, kick, step, ball, change. Comprendez-vous? I'll do it behind like this so you can see me from my best side. 1, 2, step, ball, change. 1, 2, step, ball, change. That's just slow and basic. Once you get the bounce in there, you won't put your heels down. So, does that make sense? Comprendez-vous? So there we go. I won't have a problem with being caught after the spin. Could start but couldn't stop. Pamela Price. I'll take that over not being able to start at all. Oh, Julie, you asked a question. You sent me an email or a what's it? With an email. I got it on email. Hang on. Comments and questions. This is your question, Julie, my love. Up there from Blackpool. Why does the lady put her left hand, this is a tango question everybody, from Julie. Why does the lady put her left hand around and over the man's right arm as opposed to on his arm? As opposed to on his arm, like we were doing the other dances. Now, it's a very simple question. Very good question, rather. Very, very simple answer. It's to do with the man's right hand. Now, this is traditional. Goes back. They do it differently now, but it's how it was. With the ballroom, what we call the swing dances, the waltz, foxtrot, quick step, Viennese waltz. We have a nice wide hold. The lady stands here like this, places her hand on top of the man's arm, and the man's hand goes just under the lady's arm, just onto a shoulder blade there, into that position there. So he's here, she has a nice big space, he has a nice big space, here we are, and we're shifting around there, nice big top. Now, in the tango, it's much more compact. So the man's hand traditionally used to go round the lady's back, used to be smidge lower, and used to go across her back a little bit further. So your fingers would sort of, well, I mean, really back in the day, in the old days, the man's right hand could almost be round the other side of the lady's waist. It used to go around her waist, as opposed to up there around her sort of bra strap across her shoulder blade. Your right hand would be on her left shoulder blade. In the tango, some of the old boys used to get their hands right round the girls because it used to be a much more compact dance here, because the whole dance was danced like this, much more swivelly, not progressive at all, really. The hand has changed for the man, and because of that, the lady's arm would sweep over the top of the man's arm because it was much lower, and then just hook under the armpit. And also, if you look at the old Argentine tango dancers, they're very close, but the lady's left arm would be round the guy's sort of neck almost, and across the top of the shoulder, so around the back of the men. So keeping that feel into the ballroom tango, the man's arm adjusted, and all the positions are different. For example, so we don't close. In tango we never close our feet like this. We always close them offset like this, and then the ladies does the natural opposite, and we're all sort of interlinked here at all time in the tango. Traditionally, it's all got a bit bigger, as all the things do in competition dancing, but the arm still remains over the top. So the man's right arm has a slight adjustment. It is a little bit more, slightly lower, slightly further round, and that's really the reason why, because the tango is, I think, the last of the ballroom dances to come into the standardised syllabus of ballroom dances, if you like, in competition dancing, and it had a completely different feel, a different look. So much more compact, much more influenced by the Argentine tango. It actually started off in its early life sort of under the category of Latin dances, funnily enough, and then came over to the ballroom side. So that's really the reason why, because the whole dance is much more compact and fitted in and stuff like that, because of the style of dance. We don't have any swing in tango, any rise and fall in tango. You have two types of action in tango: a walking action or a turning action, and they do say never the twain shall meet. You either turn or you walk. You never sort of do the two together, and because of that, because you don't have any sort of drive across the floor the way you would do in the swing dances, means there's no reason to rise, to balance, to swing, to sway, none of that stuff. This is, traditionally speaking, it's all changed a bit now. It's all got a bit more, well, they've all got a bit similar, but that's the sort of the traditions of the dance. So there you are. That's the reason why, my love. Good question though. So let's go back here. Let's go there. Let's have a look at that. Oh hello. Oh no. Oh don't. Oh stop it now. I've missed the load here. Thank you very much. Well done, all. I think we have cracked the whole social distancing, us lot, haven't we? I always feel like a warm nights are trying to dance. Jive. How can I get more down to it? So you're used to standing up, right? Bend your knees, Val. That's the reason. Yeah, I mean, you've just got to get a bit here, and you've got to just drop your chest a little bit here in Jive. I feel that Jive is broken in the hips, and I feel it a very kneesy dance, a very kneesy dance. So because if I'm retracting correctly, I feel like my knees are always on display, if you like, and I bend from the front, and I just kill it. When I do Jive, the one thing I'm going for, two things I'm going for: retraction, energy. That's it. I'm just trying to kill it for as long as I can. And when the band stops playing, I smile and look like I'm not knackered. And that's the thing with Jive, because you know what they say about Jive, energy sells. You know, best Jivers are the ones who keep going. Well done all. That was marvellous. Look at us going from side by side to facing each other, and we know all about the tango now. Good stuff. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you for swapping the day, as I said yesterday. I'll see you this evening at 6 o'clock if you can make it. Hopefully it's not too hot. We're doing upper body. We might go a little light on the cardio. It's probably too hot for cardio. And we'll definitely do some abs as well. So, mucho lavo. And I'll see you later.